Praise the Lord. Good morning, everybody. Praise the Lord, and welcome to another Good Morning Grief Devotion. It's your boy, Pastor Corey Allen Duncan Sr. So happy to be here on today to lead you in a very special way in yet another grief devotion. This is the daily grief devotion that is strategically designed to help you to navigate through your grief one day at a time. What is grief? I'm so glad you asked. Grief, my brothers and sisters, it is the natural and normal response to loss, change, and transition that results in the expressions of feelings and emotions. Grief is what you feel on the inside. Mourning is what you reveal or express on the outside. Therefore, we don't suppress it, but we express it. We don't ignore it, but we explore it. We don't conceal it, but we reveal it. We don't lock it up, but we let it out. And that's why we shout good morning, because mourning is a good thing. Did you know that? Did you know that mourning is a good thing? You got to get that stuff up out ya. You get it up out ya by mourning in a meaningful way. So glad that you are here today. So happy to have this opportunity to lead you inside of this grief devotion on today. Today is day 23. Today is day 23. We're going to talk about I need to feel it to heal it. I need to feel it to heal it. That's what you got to understand about grief and mourning. You got to feel it to heal it. A lot of us, we try to avoid feeling. When you start talking about loss, change, or transition, it's so painful. We don't want to feel it, right? It's too painful to feel. That's a constant reminder of what has happened and what's transpired. And a lot of times we want to feel anything except that, right? We want to feel anything but the pain of the loss, the change, the transition that we dealt with. But what you got to know and understand, you got to feel it to heal it. I say this all the time. I might sound like a broken record, but repetition is the key. You have the pain of change and the pain of remaining the same. The pain of change is hard. Feeling it to heal it is hard. But you know what? The pain of remaining the same is hard as well, right? And so you got to pick your hard. Which one do you desire? Would you rather have the pain of change where things will get better? Or would you rather have the pain of remaining the same where nothing is going to be altered, nothing is going to be different, right? And so when you understand that and you begin to understand the power and the importance of choosing the pain of change, then you begin to understand I got to feel it in order to heal it. Let's talk about it, y'all. Whatever feelings arise when I'm grieving, guess what? They are authentic, necessary feelings. They are authentic, necessary feelings. I tell you every single day, grief is what? The natural and normal response to loss, change, and transition. Whatever you're feeling, it is authentic, it is natural, it is normal, right? They are authentic and necessary feelings. Whatever it is, however you're feeling, it's authentic, it's necessary. You might say, well, Pastor Duncan, I feel different every day. That's right. It's authentic, it's natural, it's normal, it's necessary, right? I'm angry. It's authentic, it's natural, it's normal, and necessary. I'm depressed. It's authentic, it's natural, it's normal, and necessary, right? Whatever it is, however you're feeling, you got to know and understand it's authentic, it's natural, it's normal, and it's necessary. They are my truth for the moment. And this is the thing, they all belong. However you're feeling, that's true for the moment. And they belong. Your feelings belong here, right? You should get a sign. You remember some of y'all may have done it. I don't know what y'all was doing, but a few years ago they kept having a phenomenon like you belong here or you are welcome here or you belong here or something. And they were selling them vacations and stuff. I done had a couple of people try to approach me about that stuff, say they want to meet. I'm like, yeah, come on, let's meet, man. I'm thinking they got problems, issues, and they roll out this "you belong here." Look, bruh, we not about to do this, man. I'm good. Nope, I'm good. I don't want no parts of it. I don't want no parts of it. But when it comes to your grief, y'all, that sign would be sufficient. You belong here, right? You should get a sign. And whatever you start feeling, you need to understand whatever you feel, you got to know and understand. You need to welcome those feelings with that sign. You belong here, right? Because whatever you're feeling is natural, it's normal, and it's necessary, it's authentic, it's your truth for the moment, and they belong here. They all belong. I want you to know and understand that, right? I know some of you probably don't want to be in your feels. You don't want to be in your feelings and you're going through all of this stuff. But this is what you got to know and understand. It's natural, it's normal, and it's necessary. It's authentic. It's the truth for this moment, and they belong here. My job is to acknowledge each feeling. This is your job. Your job is to acknowledge each feeling, to sit with it, to name it, and to express it. You're going to acknowledge it. You're going to sit with it. You're going to name it. You're going to express it. Come on, I hope you're writing this down. You're going to acknowledge that feeling. You're going to sit with that feeling, right? So many of us, we suppress it, we deny it, we don't want to feel it. No, you got to sit with it. You could even, and I'm just a visual person, even if you got a piece of paper and wrote the feeling out and put it on the chair next to you to say, I'm sitting with you. I acknowledge you, anger. I acknowledge you. Let me get this pen. Let me get this Sharpie. I'm going to write you on this paper because I'm acknowledging you. I'm not denying you. I'm acknowledging you. Depression, I'm acknowledging you. Anger, I'm acknowledging you. Rage, I'm acknowledging you. Right? Upset, I'm acknowledging you. Sadness, I'm acknowledging you. Right? Anxiety, I'm acknowledging you. Whatever it is, I'm going to get a piece of paper, I'm going to write on it, and I'm going to put it in the chair next to me because not only do I acknowledge it, but I'm going to sit with it, right? I would reverse the order. I'll name it, then I sit with it, then I express it because I'm going to acknowledge you, right? I'm going to go ahead and name you. I'm going to write you on that piece of paper. I'm going to go ahead and sit with you. I'm going to put you on a chair across from mine. I'm going to put you on a chair next to mine. I'm going to sit with you and I'm going to express. I'm going to express it. We about to have a dialogue. I'm about to have a talk with you. I'm about to express how I feel, right, about you or about how I'm feeling. I'm going to acknowledge it. I'm going to name it. I'm going to sit with it. I'm going to express it. This is a tool, tip, technique, and takeaway, y'all. This is something that you can do. Pastor Duncan, that sounds crazy. It sounds therapeutic. It smells like healing. That's what it sounds and smells like to me, right? If you want to be a better version of yourself as you navigate through this thing, right? This is so very important. It's so very important. Abandonment. Come on in here, abandonment. I acknowledge you. I'm about to name you, abandonment. I'm writing you down. I'm sitting you on this seat, and I'm going to express, right? Whatever it is, loneliness, tired, cheated, whatever it is, I'm going to acknowledge it. I'm going to name it. I'm going to sit with it. And after I sit with it, while I sit with it, I'm going to express, right? And why do we do that? Because it's authentic, because it's natural, because it's normal, because it's necessary. Let's roll with those ends. It's natural, it's normal, and it's necessary. It's natural, it's normal, and it's necessary. Whatever you are feeling, this is the work, y'all. This is doing the work. You want to be a better version of yourself? You want to navigate through what you're going through, whether it's the death of a loved one or any loss, change, and transition you've experienced in your life, whatever you're experiencing right now, whether you're retiring, whether you're going through the transition of a job or a transition of changing geographical locations, whether you're going through a transition as it relates to age, right? Whether you're going through a transition as it relates to your kids, as it relates to, I don't know, you throw it in there, right? Whatever you lost, whatever's changed, whatever's transition, it's natural, it's normal, and it's necessary. It's natural, it's normal, it's necessary. It belongs here, right? Acknowledge it, name it, sit with it, right? And express yourself, right? This is the key. I'm giving you some tools, tips, and techniques. This is the key, right? Befriending my feelings in this way helps me understand them as well as the thoughts that create them. That's why you sit with it and that's why you express. Because now I'm befriending my feelings. And when I befriend my feelings, they help me to understand them. Helps me understand why I feel abandoned, why I feel lonely, why I feel angry, why I feel depressed, why I feel the way that I do. So I befriend them, helps me understand them. And it helps me to understand the thoughts that created them. Why do I feel this way, right? Only through allowing myself to feel can I heal. This is essentially what you do when you go to a therapist or a counselor, right? Your feelings. That's the play. That's one of the playbooks, right? They want you to this natural, normal, and necessary feel how you feel, acknowledge how you feel, name it, right? Sit with it. Let's sit with that for a moment. Don't go. Say more. That's why they say stuff like that. Say more. So you can sit with it and express. Because in doing so, my brothers and sisters, you are befriending your feelings. You are understanding them as well as the thoughts that create them. Only through allowing myself to feel can I heal. That needs to be an affirmation. That needs to be a mantra. You need to repeat that. Only through allowing myself to feel can I heal. Only through allowing myself to feel can I heal. Only through allowing myself to feel can I heal. Why am I going to do that? Because it's natural, it's normal, and it's necessary. Why am I going to do that? Because it belongs here. How am I going to do that? Acknowledging it, naming it, sitting with it, expressing it. And when I do that, what happens? You're befriending your feelings, and it'll help you to understand your feelings as well as the thoughts that created them. And it's only through allowing yourself to feel can you heal. Let's look at the final reflection. I'm kind to every feeling I have because I know that everything belongs. I'm kind to every feeling I have because I know that everything belongs. Today is day 23. I need to feel it to heal it. Questions, comments. I hope you were blessed on today. If you got them, I'll take them at this time. Questions, comments. If you got them. If you got them, questions, comments. This devotion alone this morning, I'm telling you, that if you would put it into practice, right? If you would put, I wrote something this morning because I told my son to do something. I tell my kids, I told them, um, I said, don't fall asleep, go to bed. Y'all probably heard me say this before. I said, don't fall asleep, go to bed. He said, what's the difference? Falling asleep, you stay up until you get tired and then you fall asleep. I said, go to bed is planned, it's intentional, right? You may not even be fully sleepy, but I'm going to bed. So I'm gonna participate in this routine. I'm gonna shut down the blue light, put my phone down. I'm gonna take a shower, get my body ready. I'm gonna go get me some tea, right? I'm gonna get my body into place. Some lavender, some chamomile, right? I'm gonna soothe my skin, oil, hydrate, oil, moisturize. That's the word I'm looking for. My skin with this lavender lotion. I'm gonna spray my bed, my pillows with this lavender spray. I'm gonna listen to some calming music. I'm gonna journal. I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna read a chapter of a book. I'm not waiting to fall asleep. I'm going to go to bed. It's a routine. It's planned. It's intentional. It's strategic. I need to sleep so I can function right. And so I've taught them that, bought them all the stuff they need. So this morning I said, um, did you fall asleep or did you go to bed last night? And he said, I ain't even gonna lie. He said, I fell asleep. He said, I ain't gonna lie, Dad, I fell asleep. I didn't go to bed, I fell asleep. I said, son, I can teach you the game, but I can't play it for you, right? He said, I know, Dad. I said, nah, let that sink in. I can teach you the game, but I can't play it for you. I know, Dad. And so I'm telling y'all, I can teach you the game, right? I can teach you the game. It's natural, it's normal, it's necessary. How you feel. Your feelings belong here. I can teach you the game, right? Acknowledge it, name it, sit with it, express it. I can teach you the game. You're befriending it to understand your feelings, to understand the thoughts that generated them. We can teach you the game, right? The importance of feeling in order to heal. We can teach you the game, but guess what? We can't play it for you. You have to execute. If you want to get better, if you want to be better, if you want to be a better version of yourself, if you want to heal, you want to come through, we can't play it for you. You have to execute. Amen. So I hope and pray you do just that. Good morning, Miss Stansberry. She says, "Good day. What's the difference? What's difference? Grieving and nourishing. How do you know which is which? Thanks. Grieving and nourishing. I want to understand your question. So when you're grieving, you're feeling, right? When you're grieving, you are feeling. That's what you feel. What you feel towards any loss, change, or transition. When you nourish, I guess nourish is when you are look. Nourish is when you nourishing something. Nourish is when you like kind of help something, cultivate something, help it to grow, help it to be fulfilled or something. No, mourning. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about. Yeah, she said mourning. Thank you. 'Cause I'm trying to. You see, I'm trying to work it. I'm trying to make the connection. The difference between grieving and nourishing. I'm trying to make the connection. Mourning. Thank you so very much. I can work this one. So grieving is what you feel. Mourning is what you reveal, right? So grieving is internal. Mourning is external, right? So that's why I say every single day, grieving is what you feel. Mourning is what you feel. Therefore, you don't suppress, but you express. You don't ignore, but you explore. You don't conceal it, but you reveal it. You don't lock it up, but you let it out. You are always going to feel. When it comes to grief, you feel something. You feel some type of way, right? You feel something about what you're going through. Mourning is how you express that outside of yourself, right? So whether it's angry, loneliness, depression, whatever the case, how are you going to express that outside of yourself, right? And so mourning requires motion. Mourning must have action, right? Once again, grief is internal, mourning is external, right? So how do you express outside of yourself what you feel on the inside of yourself? Because the problem is most of us, we feel, but we suppress. We don't express. We don't talk. We don't journal. We don't let it out. We don't do none of that. There's no outward expression of our inward feelings, right? And that's where it becomes a problem. If you grieve but don't mourn, you're going to be stuck, stalled, stagnant, and you're going to stay where you are. You're not going to make any progress. And I don't care how many years elapse, you're going to be in the same place, right? Because you are not expressing outside of yourself or externally what you feel internally. When you attach movement to mourning, when your mourning has motion, right, then you put yourself in a position for you to be able to heal and to navigate better through your season of grief, right? So that's the difference. Any other questions? Did I answer your question, Miss Stansberry? I hope so. This is good today, y'all. I hope y'all got it. I hope y'all got it. This is a good lesson today. Go back and watch it. Share it with somebody. Hold on. Give me 2 minutes. Look, multitasking. Yes, good. I'm so glad I did. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so very much for joining us. Hope y'all have a terrific Tuesday. Share this with somebody. This was a real good devotion this morning. If it blessed you, it's going to bless somebody else. And so make sure you share it. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all with the love of the Lord. I'll see y'all soon. Tomorrow, same time. Let's go.